It will be some time before we know for sure what killed 33-year-old Chris Farley, one of America's best-known combined actors and comedians. But tonight, correspondent Carol Marin of CBS News and CBS station WBBM News 2 Chicago reports some of what Farley was doing in the final days and hours of his life.
An autopsy was performed this morning by the Cook County Medical Examiner, but toxicology reports, which will determine how Farley died, may not be complete for weeks. Farley's body was discovered yesterday in his luxury apartment in Chicago's John Hancock Center. Police say there was no sign of foul play and no drugs were discovered in his condominium. But one published report says drug use may have been the reason he died. And CBS News has learned 2 days before his death, Chris Farley contacted a Chicago escort service. Tuesday afternoon was spent, according to a source, drinking alcohol and smoking marijuana. Farley's offstage life of alcohol and drug abuse had been widely known throughout his career. But friends like Joyce Sloan, a longtime producer from Chicago's Second City comedy troupe, say there was another side to Farley.
He was very religious. I don't know if you know that or not. He often went to Mass. Chris had so many demons, and he couldn't fight them.
His acting idol was John Belushi. Both men shared a history of outrageousness. Not only on the screen, but off the screen as well. Belushi died at the age of 33 from a drug overdose. Was he fatalistic about living very long?
I think he wanted to go like John at 33.
One friend saying, comedians like Chris Farley use their comedy to win the applause of strangers, but sometimes no amount of public approval can silence their personal demons. Carol Marin, CBS News, Chicago.
He thrilled audiences around the world during a career that spanned decades. Tonight, fans are mourning the death of the king of pop, Michael Jackson. Well, during the height of his career, he was arguably the biggest celebrity in the world.
Sure was, and boy, did his death this afternoon come as a huge shock. Michael Jackson was just 50. He died after suffering cardiac arrest. Just moments after news of his death, tributes and vigils began. New at 11:13 Wham's Elizabeth Schubert is live at WDKX, where a musical tribute took place tonight. Elizabeth?
A lot of fans tonight calling in to WDKX. They're sharing their memories of Michael. They're also requesting many of their favorite songs. And WDKX, certainly the station to listen to because they're playing all Michael Jackson songs all the time.
Interactive at WDKX.
WDKX on-air DJ Atu Trammell was at work when he heard the news.
It's not a rumor Michael Jackson has died. Can't believe Michael Jackson died. Cardiac
Note
arrest.
from Hollywood. Tonight we're remembering an icon of the 60s counterculture, Peter Fonda, actor, producer, writer, and a member of a famous Hollywood family. Here's ABC's Marcia Gonzalez.
Tonight, fans leaving flowers on Peter Fonda's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame after learning the 79-year-old actor lost his battle with lung cancer.
Boy, I sure wish I was going with you.
Yeah?
You got a helmet?
If you wanna be a bird.
Fonda was best known for that cross-country trip in 1969's Easy Rider, the iconic counterculture film he co-starred in and earned an Oscar nomination for writing.
She left her kids. Your kids. As far as I'm concerned, she can just stay gone.
The Academy taking notice again in 1997, nominating him for Best Actor for Yuli's Gold.
It was the best time I've had making a motion picture or a play or anything for that matter.
He was the son of legendary actor Henry Fonda, the brother of actress Jane Fonda, his daughter Bridget also following in their footsteps. The family tonight remembering Peter as a sweet and gracious man, calling his death one of the saddest moments of our lives. And we're told Peter Fonda died at his home here in Los Angeles, surrounded by family. They say he, quote, went out laughing. Tom?
The 1960s was a time of radical social upheaval. But when Monty Python's Flying Circus first aired in 1969, it was like nothing else before it. The competition in the comedy troupe was fierce, but Terry Jones came up with some of the funniest sketches, influencing language and culture.
Egg, bacon and spam! Egg, bacon, sausage and spam!
It's like one of those moments when you just sort of write something and, is this funny?
Terry Jones was born in Wales in 1942, but grew up in England. He first teamed up with fellow student Michael Palin at Oxford University. The pair came up with many Python classics.
Charlie, you come to this mark there.
The troupe then embarked on a series of films, and Terry Jones got a chance to direct as well as act.
Now you listen here. He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy. Now go away.
He was soon in the firing line as religious conservatives took offence at Life of Brian.
Oh, my foot! Oh, oh, damn!
Life of Brian isn't blasphemous because it doesn't touch on belief at all. It's heretical because it touches on dogma.
Jones and Palin were also behind the Ripping Yarns series. But in recent years, dementia took its toll on a brilliant mind.
Button down.
Despite the on-screen madness, his comedy was grounded in ordinary life. And that's what his closest collaborator will miss the most.
Oh, I shall miss the sociable day, you know. Sorry. I just miss putting my arm around him and having a drink.
The countless comedians inspired by Terry Jones are remembering a genius who helped change the face of world comedy.
If truth is stranger than fiction, then it follows that the life of a great actor may be more interesting than any of the characters he played. That is certainly the case with Laurence Olivier, who died today in his native England at the age of 82. He was an actor who was filled with self-doubt, often on the edge of despair, whose private life would provide the stuff of high titillation for gossip columns and their readers. But he was an actor who could move, thrill, amuse, and, if called for, horrify an audience like no one else of his age. Nightline correspondent James Walker touches on some of what Olivier did and who he was.
Now is the winter of our discontent made glorious summer by this son of York.
He was the most versatile of artists, appearing during his 60-year career as Richard III,
buried
as a handsome, brooding widower.
I'm sorry I was so rude to you yesterday. The only excuse I can offer is that I've become boorish through living alone.
As a scruffy vaudevillian.
Let us stop. Say goodnight.
He loved being funny. He could reduce us all to tears. He could strike his way through the middle. He could be nice. He could be nasty. The same was true in real life.
In movies like The Great Escape, Bullet, and The Towering Inferno, Steve McQueen won most of his battles. The ending was different today in a Mexican clinic. Terry Drinkwater looks at an actor's life. McQueen was an actor fans described as macho before the word was overworked. A rugged, durable hero for a quarter century on the screen. His first Hollywood break came with early TV, the 50s series Wanted, Dead or Alive. McQueen was the bounty hunter. He usually played the tough guys, the mavericks. He was one himself. He loved bikes and riding hard. McQueen's role in The Sand Pebbles brought him an Oscar nomination for Best Actor.
Get her out of here. Let's all get going. Somebody's got to slow him up. They'd nail us before we got halfway to the river. And if they get a hold of her, you know what they're going to do to her. Say, for God's sake. Get going.
McQueen made his last movie a year ago. Fans didn't know, but a rare form of cancer was spreading through his chest cavity. Last spring, doctors in the U.S. said he was beyond medical help. A Texas dentist who specializes in unproven cancer treatments sent McQueen here
to a clinic in Mexico. For a while, McQueen thought the organic diet and the rubs with castor oil were helping. McQueen would not permit photographs, but a month ago, he asked for a microphone from Mexican television to make this statement.
Mexico is showing the world this new way of fighting cancer through non-specific metabolic therapies. God bless you all. Steve McQueen.
He died this morning in another Mexican clinic. His heart stopped beating after doctors removed one of the tumors. McQueen was just 50. Terry Drinkwater, CBS News, Hollywood.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Monique Braxton reporting for NBC News. We have some sad news to report to you this morning. That is that 82-year-old Frank Sinatra has died of a heart attack. We're going straight now to NBC correspondent George Lewis in California.
Yes, Monique, Sinatra's publicist Susan Reynolds confirmed to NBC News tonight that Sinatra indeed died at 10:50 p.m. Pacific time in the emergency room of Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. That's in the west side of Los Angeles, not too far from Sinatra's Beverly Hills home. He was a legendary figure in the musical industry, Frank Sinatra, at the age of 82, dead. He had been in poor health ever since he had a heart attack in January of 1997. He had not been seen in public since then. Sinatra's most recent hospital visit before tonight was last month for what his publicist described as a routine checkup. Sinatra, born in Hoboken, New Jersey, was a big band singer in the 1940s, later made it big as an actor, winning an Oscar for his supporting role in the 50s movie From Here to Eternity. He went on to record a series of hugely successful albums, mixing ballads and up-tempo tunes, rendering them in a way that critics said was unmatched by any male American pop singer. Sinatra's personal life was turbulent. He went through a series of marriages and affairs with women, and there were rumors of his associations with organized crime figures. But to his close friends, he was always regarded as a warm, generous individual who helped out people down on their luck. And to them, he will be sorely missed. Frank Sinatra dead at the age of 82. His publicist, Susan Reynolds, confirming to NBC News that the singer passed away at Cedars-Sinai Memorial Medical Center at 10:50 p.m. this evening, Pacific time. Monique?
George, do we have any idea who may have been with him at the hospital when he passed away?
No, the hospital is not being too forthcoming with details of who may have been present in Sinatra's hospital room. The hospital is referring all press calls to Sinatra's publicist, who is only confirming the stories of his death, which are also being carried on the major wire services tonight. Monique?
Thanks a lot, George. We're going to go now to Gene Shalit, who takes us back down memory lane, looking at the life of Frank Sinatra.
By embracing the world with his singular shaping of singing, Frank Sinatra walked through a musical door that no one else had ever walked through before.
I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart that you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin.